it's Candace with SmartTrading. I'm back this week to give you some more exciting insights on what it means to be a smart trader. Let's go back in time to the year 2000. In 2000, major stock indexes were up about 20%. However, in the S&P 500, the entirety of that 20% move could be attributed to just 25 different stocks. In other words, if you didn't have those 25 stocks in your portfolio, you likely didn't come anywhere close to generating the 20% returns that year, because the majority of the returns can be attributed to just those 25 stocks. Get this. The top of the top 25 performing stocks would have produced a 28% return. And this isn't unusual. Fast forward to the present, and think about how the Magnificent Seven have contributed to market performance over the past few years. The fact of the matter is the majority of the returns of an index are attributed to a small group of stocks. And if you don't have that group of stocks, you're not going to even equal what the S&P index returned that year. This is why every percentage point matters. Most investors would be thrilled with a 10% annual return every year. But what if I told you that paying attention to adding another 2%, 5%, even 10% to returns is possible? I'll take it a step further. What if I told you that $10,000 could potentially multiply into $1.9 million over the next 20 years? Most investors don't believe that conventional type investments will get you anywhere close to that. So they turn to high-risk, home run types of trades, thinking this is the only way to really achieve wealth. They take big risks, thinking that they have to do that in order to achieve wealth. For example, they invest in expensive and extremely risky penny stock trading services. Or they take long-shot investments in pharmaceutical companies, and in both of those, most of the time, they end up taking a bath. But there is good news. You don't have to take huge risks in sketchy stocks to potentially realize $1.9 million for every $10,000 you have invested. All you have to do is go after small wins and compound. Take a look. These results could not be achieved with buy and hold trading. It would be a very unrealistic goal. The secret to achieving above average returns is to have a group of rock-solid, proven stocks that have consistently outperformed the S&P 500 year in and year out. Here at SmartTrading, we have a group of 150 stocks, super portfolio rotation, that we trade. Rather than sifting through thousands of different stocks, hoping to pick a good one, the super portfolio rotation only invests in the most proven, consistent stocks on the planet. I'm talking about stocks that have been consistently beating the S&P 500 with less risk. I'm talking about stocks that can hold their own like a well-calibrated jet, not a paper plane. Not every stock makes the cut. The super portfolio rotation starts with the best, and that alone increases the probability, consistency, and reliability of our stock picks, and with far less risk. Hedge funds would kill for our list of 150 stocks that Ryan hand-picked to be part of the super stocks pool. You have to have the right timing. Even starting with the best stocks, you don't want to necessarily hold on to them all the time. Efficiency matters. For example, my super portfolio rotation only holds on to stocks about 50% of the time. However, that 50% of the time captures 120% of the profit potential, with 33% of the risk. It's like shaving the fat off a good cut of meat. We pick the best stocks at the right times. If you want to learn more about the 150 stocks in the super portfolio rotation, there's a link in the description below. And that's the truth about trading. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and to be notified of new smart trading insights.